Alright, welcome back to another Play and Explain. This is BBB, we check flop. Got two tables of 2K reg battling. I'm sorry it's always like this, but it's just the only time, I feel like I have to try to record to get a game. And here we're gonna play a lot of B33 or check. I think 6 of hearts slightly sways it, like you might have a hand like 6-5 hearts sometimes or something. So we're gonna check this one. We obviously do hit the 9 a lot. All in from him is like, well not all in, but B75 from him is like probably extremely. And obviously we're gonna check, hopefully he doesn't have a 7. Nice. We'll delay half pot here, betting a lot of Jack X. We have cards that block the Jack X. Alright, obviously you're gonna open this. Alright, we got 1,500 over here as well. We increase the table size. Here, I think we're gonna play B33 a lot when we have trips. Obviously, we want to be careful on this board because we're not gonna have anywhere near as many trips as him. But wow. Okay, well 7 blocks is like technical his check back range. Unblocking the Jack as well. We're gonna check a lot on this turn because we're gonna value bet a lot of ace high on the flop. Like hands like ace king and ace queen are definitely good enough to value bet, so you do definitely want to protect your checking range. And on the river here, we do block checkbacks again. I think this hand is just mainly going to check twice. Unfortunate. Yeah, he just has ace high. Obviously if we had like block bet, he could have potentially found a raise with this hand. Here, I think like this disconnected drive aboard, 1/3 is fine. Like if it's two-tone, I would like to play over better check, but I think maybe even B20 is better. Let's just play a third, but yeah. And on this card, we're gonna mix between the two sizes. It's kind of very low equity. So if a hand like this does bet, it's probably gonna jam, like want to jam river. So I think we mainly just check this hand. Yeah, I mean, it's going to mix between the two. The first number we did roll is an 83, so that's the number I'm going to use in my head. We're going to check it, but I'm not too thrilled. And when he goes one big, we're going to call. We'll lose the queen ten. He probably would have folded that too, which is unfortunate, but it's life. Just call on the river because he still could easily have like queen jack, king jack, hands like this. Also, the EV of just seeing his hand is nice. I mean, one big blind is not such an exploit because then he has to actually play one big blind. By this, I mean, like, now when he doesn't bet one big blind, it's like, maybe he misclicked. But, I mean, I have to call so much, it's like... Alright, here, I think you can just check a lot of mono boards. Obviously, you have the ace-king advantage, but it's not, like, really such a great 3-street hand. Here, could raise sometimes, call sometimes. I think my hand's going to play way better as a call. And I'm going to commit to defending my checking range here. And we're going to go with the half pot. And here we're just going to check. I think opponent still has some bluffs, but the jack of hearts might be in these types of hands that bluff. We're going to hope he just has a 7. Okay. This one hand is kind of... I just think the idea behind betting this hand on the turn is not so great. Like, I'm blocking ace6, ace5 off, which he definitely has, and they definitely fold because they block hands like this. So it's like, or it's like a pretty good hand to fold. So then I'm not gonna want to really buff this hand on the river because, and then like I'm betting and I don't have over. Like obviously no hand is over, but I feel like my equity is quite low. But I do unblock folds, right? So here, like, it's not so many. Like, yeah, it's tough. I think it's not so bad to not overdo it. I'm gonna be betting for a very big size, right? So, and I'm gonna be getting flush or flushed a lot of time. When you polarize this much, because he's gonna fold. I mean, he's going to really like call a lot more flush draws that are like strong when it gets there. So, yeah, I do have like honestly though, when you do have a hand this low, there is some like merit to maybe I fold out flush draws that are beat me, like some 8 high stuff, or not 8 high. I mean, it would have to be 8-7. some like jack stuff. But I don't know. I think it's fine. All right, this is gonna be like pretty much a range check. He has 7-4. We never have 7-4. Really? I mean, we might actually have 7-4 suited, and he doesn't have 7-4 off, so maybe it's actually not that bad of a board. But because we check flop, we're gonna polarize turn. On 96, I will just do it. Because we're checking everything on the flop. We're gonna have like aces, kings, queens, all the 10x, right? I imagine here we have a pretty easy hand to call. Like king high is pretty good. I mean, it's extremely hard to defend this. There is merit in like your opponent could just like try to run you over, and now it's on a lower number. We're just gonna call this hand. He should bet again, I think, a lot, because I think the 4 is extremely good for him, because it's extremely hard for me to defend a hand with a 4. Like if it's a king, queen, or ace, like that's gonna be a lot of my calling range. But I really can't call. I only have ace 4 really. So yeah, and the 6. These are like great cards for him because he can bluff bet a random hand like 10-6. 9-6. Damn, he's overbetting on this card. I mean, it's definitely a fine strategy to pot this. You just want to be doing it like 10% of the time. The block is weird. It just feels like such obvious ace high, and like for the reasons I said earlier, I think it would be extremely big mistake to try and rep these cards too often. So, yeah. It's definitely rough, but I really do think that like my calling range on the flop. We're just not gonna sit this. It's gonna be like big better check pretty often. Obviously, he has more in like 9-4 and like 9-4s and deuces. Probably want to check more. I think in a single raise spot, you probably want to bet more with the club. Simply for the reason that like I'm gonna actually like be able to just play the river better most of the time in a bigger pot. Whereas like obviously in a 3-bet pot, a lot more hands are suited, etc. I do unblock calls though when I don't have it. Like obviously he's gonna have offsuit ace x. So here should be like super polar, but it's like kind of hard to do because like he's really like, yeah. So he's obviously being polar, but he's really revving 4s and deuces. Queen 9 as well. Queen like maybe queen 4 if he's half punting it, which he might. We're gonna call, and the river is hard to play. I don't really see him like. The hard part is it's like A, it's hard to have bluffs, but B, I don't see him like ever like if he has a hand like 5-6, why he would ever slow down here. Because the river is like so credible for him. So he pots it. And we do unblock the bluffs. Like ace 4, ace 3 with the ace of clubs. I mean, here it's hard to call with the club without a club. He does have a lot of flushes, but I'm gonna need to think about this. It seems like an overcall. Like, even though I'm thinking, yes, like, it's just tough to defend this without a flush. And if he has the ace of clubs, honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna call him here. I have aces. I checked all the way. If you beat aces, you beat aces. Like, we'll do it. I'll pay you. It's so sick, man. Like, I feel like turn is just so meh. But whatever. I mean, it's well played. Maybe I'm overcalling. It's really hard to know because he just has it. If I see a check back there with like, yeah, it's just frustrating. Like, okay, obviously we're just calling. What's going on? This was a 3-bet pot, right? I literally forgot action in this hand. Why am I getting so killed? Oh, yeah, I mean, I could maybe fold there. He's not bluffing at all. Yeah, I probably should fold that. That was just an autopilot. We'll fold here after taking forever. Wow, not running very good. I mean, it's definitely fine to bet. It's just, yeah, in the pot is like a little like no man's land size. But yeah, I mean, I have to call half the time here, right? Like, but I do have a really strong hand once I call turn, right? So it's like, yeah, it's just unfortunate. We're just gonna call here in a 1. I don't know if the ace of clubs is so relevant because he's gonna have a lot of bluffs with the ace of clubs. Like ace 3, ace 4. Like if I have the ace of clubs, what does he have? Like the thing is, like I just have a lot of respect for Ryan, so I don't really mind calling there. But I would say like the average reg, like is not gonna bluff 5-6 because they're so like they think they have to block a club, and then you're just not gonna have a hand that blocks a club on the river to bluff enough because it is a good card. But yeah, we're just gonna check back here, and then here I'm just gonna bet. I'm getting exploited with top 2 and aces, bro. I'm getting exploited. Alright, here we're getting min raised. I don't think we want to 3-bet too much. I will smoke. So he checks now on turn. I guess we'll just check. We beat Jack 10. And we don't beat Ace Jack, but we basically beat all of his bluffs. Because he doesn't really hit a bluff with a king. I mean, maybe he hit a 7 now, but we're just going to check river. He has ace 10 or ace jack with the ace of spades. The bet check bet here, it's like, would any sane person bluff like this? Like, I don't know. These lines are so... I don't know. Tilting hands, back to back. This hand, like, maybe I could fold, but, like, I'm in. What the fuck is this? Like, it's crazy. Honestly, 7-6 gets there too. If I was an autopilot, for some reason I thought he was aggressor, and I was calling him down, because I was so focused on the other table. So, I should have considered it more. I might have been able to find the fold, but... Simply for the reason that, like, I thought he was aggressor, so I thought he was betting into me, and I was like, he doesn't have anything. But when he's defender, he could easily have hands like... If I had a stronger jack, I would bet. When I check flop, I don't even think I should be checking flop, but when I do... We'll have blood this. When I do, I'll just commit to checking twice, since I don't really dominate any value. But when he's defender, I should fold. Like, I don't know. Just not a great spot. Because, like, I'll have some 7-6 here, deeper, 3-betting him. It's just, like... It's, like, actually, like, I have to call half the time to not be exploitable if he's a psychopath. And he's bluffing enough. Which he's probably not. Because, like, only psychopaths bluff this spot, so... Yeah. I mean, it's definitely, like, profitable probably to, like, triple off as a bluff there, but... Because, like, if people have, like, only ace-king and then they fold all of their king-queen and ace-king, then... Yeah, but... I don't know. I would see it more often if people were really attacking it, you know what I mean? Like, you guys would... I'm sure you guys can relate. You would see that spot more often if people were attacking it enough. So, yeah. Not the best hand. Definitely frustrating spot, though. Like, I mean, like, am I really exploitable because I call king 10 here? Like, obviously not, right? But, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it's, like, kind of indifferent. Because you're definitely going to fold a lot of your king X on the turn. So then, your remaining hands on the... And then 7-6 gets there. Which he might have, like, 4 combos of. So then he's, like, 10 combos of value. I mean, what, he needs, like, 5 bluffs? I don't know. It's just so weird. He obviously never has 8s, right? On this number, we're going to 3-bet it. We'll call over here. It's definitely frustrating. I'm just going to fold this because we lose ace jack. And I'm probably going to have to like range fold turn on every card but a 10. And then even if we get a 10, when the money goes in, he'll have ace jack like sometimes. So it's like, why not? Like, if the guy's like going to be, like most people when they B75 flop, they continue turn very often. Like, obviously if he was going to B75 into like checking turn, 91, we'll just do this. And then... Yeah. Every time I record, I get my ass beat, it feels like. Alright, snap check. I mean, obviously it's checking range, but it's just weird to be so like glued to the monitor. I think we have a clear check with our hand. It's like a value bet on the flop. I mean, I think we have to call this hand sometimes. He's basically repping a 9. I mean, I would probably want a spade in my hand. Maybe I'm just gonna call this hand. I mean, if he has ace-9, he has ace-9, or he has like suited 9x. Ace, ace-9. So crazy, man. I mean, he's like literally like repping one hand. Like, I'd be like giga overfolding if I folded hands like this, because, yeah. I mean, what am I calling? His hand? It's just like... Would he bluff for the size? Probably not, though. But I don't know. I mean, it's probably a profitable size to bluff if I'm thinking with my hand, because I'm not going to have a pair very often there. Because most of my pairs should bet turn. I do river the 9 more than he does, for sure. Like, the 9 is a way better card for me, because I'm just going to bet random 9x on the flop, and it's really hard for him to call 9x. Like, he has ace-9, he has, like, king-9, which is chips, and then, like, he has, like, some suited 9x. 99, I will 3-bet this. The 9 wasn't a spade as well, which, like, kind of matters, because if the 9 is a spade, then, well, then he's going to have more of his suited 9x hands. But because the 9 is clubs, then he doesn't get the 9x of clubs hands he floats. If that makes sense. Because he's going to float, like, more of these suited hands. Oh, man. Every time I record, I just regret calling. Every time I call, I'm just like, oh, why'd I call this guy? Like, obviously, Ryan, I don't mind as much, because... I mean, obviously, like, he might not be a complete solver in every spot, but he's a lot closer to it than most people, so... Play half-pot or check. We'll just half-pot, I guess. King clubs is probably just objectively better. I mean, not blocking king jack is not as good, but... Yeah. Maybe it's not objectively better because the jack is. Alright, this hand, I believe... No, I think it's more of a button versus cutoff 4-bet. I don't think it's much of an imposition 4-bet. Or imposition, so suited hands are a lot better. Is he going to go back-to-back overbets on these boards? That'd be kind of insane. Okay, no, he didn't. And since he's playing an overbet strategy, because I'll only mention it because we literally played it in the video. I imagine his checking range is like extremely tough to balance. So we're gonna go with 1/3. He does call. Okay. The queen is definitely gonna be... The queen, I think this is an okay hand to bats. I mean, obviously you might want equity, but... We're just gonna bet this hand again. I don't know. I don't really believe it. I know he's gonna watch the video, but I'm saying just for the session. I think there's also some weird leveling going on, where I shouldn't mention this, but you know what? We'll do it for the video. If someone just played a strategy versus you that's like obviously incredibly low frequency, like when he plays overbet, if he somehow hit again, like with an overbet hand, I feel like he'd be more likely to betting because he'd feel like I wouldn't believe him. Does that make sense? Like if you hit aces twice in a row, like the guy's just not gonna believe you have aces the second time, just naturally. He's gonna assume you're like overdoing it or something. So you're more likely to play the strategy, but I could just be completely wrong. So yeah, I mean it's hard to protect your checking range here, so we're just gonna bet again. Then checking, like there's too many hands that have too much equity versus us, so there's too many rivers where we're like able to get bluffed with the best hand, so I'd rather just bet. Like, I might just get bluffed on the 3 or something, and I just had the best hand because he didn't even have a jack. On this number, I'm going to 4-bet on a 74, and actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to fold. I changed my mind. Here I like to play overbid or check, but I think my hand's a little too strong. I think I would rather overbid with the jack of hearts most of the time when I have a hand like this, because we have decent equity, but we get to get called by like hands like ace 9 off or ace 8 off, hands like this. I'm gonna call here. And our hand has so much showdown that we're just gonna check on a deuce. I mean, could I value bet? No, obviously not. We just chop with everything. The jack is like a better hand to call with because I think I block less bluffs. And we're going to lead here for 20. It's extremely hard for us to not have so much equity. We're going to check raise the rec big here. He limped. I'm just going to go big. It's probably just going to be overfolded, but like I don't know what he has. Like, I don't think I'm going to make much money in a limp pot, so. He still has technically, in theory, like a shit ton of bluffs, right? And my hand doesn't really value Dom anything, so I think we have a pretty easy check. Nine seven, we could do a lot. 1/3 a check. A double good suit is like pretty good hand to check raise. We do roll a 99 though, so I think we're inclined to bet. So we'll bet it. I'm sure almost like every ace king combo is gonna like play a little bit of everything. 8 is not such a good card for this hand. Yeah. So I think we have a pretty clear check here. If I were to size, it's tough, right? Because like it's a spot where you would like definitely like to split, but it's like extremely hard to balance your bluffs if you split. Yeah. Okay, we check. We never win, I think. I don't think Ryan will ever let us win with this hand. So, but I don't think the king is such a good blocker. I think these cards are in the folding range. So it's just not a good hand to bet. Like I think he's gonna have like ace 4 off, ace of diamonds, like all these like random hands, and he's gonna have like king x of hearts hands, and these hands are all folding. So I don't see why I would bet, especially since the board we're like basically just equal. Yeah. I'm only really mad about this hand up here. Like it's just frustrating that I paid him off. But whatever. I mean, set versus top 2. I mean, it's life, right? Oh, my favorite hand. Let's go. Okay. I like to play overbet or check here, but I don't blame someone for playing 1/3. I think it's like fine. I think with the diamond we just have to call with the diamond running over versus small size. I don't think we want to raise this hand too often. We see B75 here. It's kind of an odd spot. What's the issue with defending this hand? Like, maybe it's not such an easy defend. I don't know. I think I'm just going to fold, and it's kind of embarrassing because you hit the good card and then you lose. But sometimes you just got to defend. It depends on his flop betting strategy. Like, let's say he's like playing 1/3 or check with half his hands. Well, okay, then I could fold my hand. But if he's betting literally everything, I mean, I have to defend a lot, right? It might be sometimes an overdefend, but sometimes I overfold on certain nodes. Like, I don't know. So it's, yeah, it's tough. This hand is more inclined to bet because I can get called by worse. I think like if I ace 10 ace of hearts, I'd rather check raise it more often. I'd still roll for it, I think, because yeah, but. So I check back flop, queen comes. We'll see the size here. I think half, like really, really big makes sense, but you're just repping such a small amount of hands. I mean, I could raise, but he will jam a lot, and I don't know if I want to get jammed on here. Like if you raise this hand, you probably have to call. I think we'll just call. Okay, so like Jack 9 obviously gets there, but like King Jack is like a god bluff. I definitely would rather call a hand like Queen Jack. Here I just don't know if I see the calling range. But I think my hand, again, last time in the video this happened, like, it's just simply too strong to check. And we do have bluffs. Like if he does have a hand like Queen Jack, or he does have a hand like he hit an 8, he could potentially... Yeah. Like I think like if I don't reopen ace queen here, it's just like too easy to play against. Like I can never bluff the spot anymore because you can just like range call me with an 8 because this price is way too good. So on this high of number, we're gonna 3-bet it. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. I'm gonna post a losing session today, so the critics, well, look out for the critics. Double bad suit here. Like obviously we're just like especially like, okay, the 9 is really bad. The 8 is also bad. Like these cards, especially in these spots, guys, when you have a bad 8 or a bad 9, I mean, you're just unblocking so many snap folds that like, it's just not a very good hand. Like the 8 and the 9 specifically are, obviously it's a 7 on the board, which is like better for me. But the 8 and the 9 are like, is a lot of the like 10-8. Just like every suited 8 and 9x hand like defends way more often than a suited 7x hand. So when you have a bad suited, like almost every single hand with the 8 of spades here is going to be folding. So I just pretty much just like check back my hand to the river and then I'm just like forced to bluff it. But when he checks, he's like going to cap himself. So I'm just going to rep queen 10 basically and go half pot. He could call me if he has a pair, but at least my odds are decent this way. And for this reason, like obviously we're not raising this river too often. I think he could probably size up now by the river. Like if he wants a bit of queen for the size, it's like fine, but maybe you can size up a little more. And the advantage to sizing up, right, is you get to play a checking range, right? So you block, you kind of have to block everything. So then you don't get money from like the hand I just had. This is why it's important to check your value enough so you don't have to bet hands like this, because then you can actually profitably bluff them on the river. Like they actually will be making money as bluffs. But if you just bet all your value too early, well, versus like good players, then your bluffs on the river, you're just going to be over bluffing and you're just going to get tilted because your opponent's just going to call you and you're not going to feel. But if he wants to station me here with ace high, like I will at least know like I have enough value here. So that's kind of how I feel about this. I'm just mad about this freaking hand, man. Dan's gonna be watching this video laughing, bro. I'm just pissed. I just always call him, too. And that's the sick part. I call him every time, right? I call this guy all the time. So I know he wouldn't be bluffing me there because he knows I'm ill and I don't fold. I just know it. Ugh. So sick. Like, why are you gonna bluff the station, bro? And the worst part is I just be folding some spots. I just hate folding, bro. Who doesn't? Who likes folding? Like, let me know if you guys relate, but like if you play a session and you're just like folding all the time, like you're making like good folds, like does it not just like weigh on your mental like super hard? Like if I'm getting crushed, but I'm like, oh, I could be down more. I made a lot of folds. Like I just feel like absolute dog shit. Like I just don't want to play poker ever again. Like I'm folding top pair and stuff. Ugh, it's just like get me out. I believe on this low of a number, we're just not going to defend this hand. Dude, I swear these guys don't even play pots versus each other. What do you guys think? Okay, versus the rec here. They overcall turn usually, so we're just going to size up on the turn. And sigh, but yeah, is what it is. Versus the rec. I'm not going to like expect some bluff reopen. So let's just jam here and wait. Hopefully not lose. Right. And then here, we're obviously going to call, but I'm going to take a bit because we're going to have like tougher decisions here. We're going to have a lot of fringe hands versus such a small raise. Okay, King's a great card for us. He almost like has 0 King X. He has some King X of hearts. He just bets through, and we just block bluff, so I'll just fold. Like now I'm going to have like backdoor flush draw hands I called. I'm going to have backdoor flush draw hands I called. I'm going to have front door flush draw hands I called. I'm going to even have like hands like ace queen. I'm going to have like every King X of heart hand that bet flop, which is everything that is not going to fold to a small raise. So it's pretty easy to defend this actually enough. So yeah. And the issue is with a hand like fives is, I'm gonna lose to so many random bluffs. Like if a 9 comes and he just has 10-9 of diamonds or something, or 10-9 of hearts, I'm just gonna lose to a 9. Like you know what I mean? So. Don't 4-bet me, please. Okay, thank you. I like to play big bet or check here, or at least half pot. My hand's just not going to be a big bet, so we're just going to check. And we're going to check here versus the rec. I have to resize that flop. I mean, I don't think he's necessarily like infinite ace-x. And I think we have a pretty clear check again. Obviously, I could start playing a small size, but I still don't think my hand wants to play too much of a small size, so I'm going to check. I mean, ace ten of spades could play this way, so I could easily use this 10 of spades as a check jam on the river. You could either block or check. Does my hand want to check call? Or does my hand want to block? I think, like, honestly, the fact that we also unblock diamonds means we unblock, like, the most amount of bluffs. Like, I feel like queen 10 of diamonds would want to reopen more. We're just going to call the rec and see what's up. Just check, bro. Like, yeah. We're about to own someone here. Ugh. Okay. We block queen 10, guys. Good luck us. So sick, man. Alright, he didn't even think about it. Obviously, I didn't size up on the flop. So the 9 is like... But, like... You could at least think about it. Like... You have a lot more 9x than me. Like... And since he checks so fast, it's very, very apparent that he's not playing leads. Obviously, I have to bet river. But it's just like, I feel like I'm just getting induced and he's just going to check. I'm going to call. If he checkers me, I'm calling. I already decided. Okay. I was calling any size there. It was probably losing because he didn't even think about check raising sevens. Obviously, sevens is probably not a hand you want to check raise, but like... Usually if you think the spot's profitable, you think about it with like pretty much every bluff catcher. Like when you're thinking of a check raise. Okay, this is a pretty great hand to raise. Obviously blocking 10 of spades and 9 of diamonds is like extremely good. And then turn is going to be like a pretty good overbet if I get a good card. Okay, the rec and the big, I'm definitely going to play a lot of flats here. So on a low number, we're going to flat. Okay, the issue is the 10 of spades does block folds and the 9 of diamonds kind of blocks folds. We're just going to check now. The thing is he's going to have a lot of hands like 7, 6, 5, 6, like in between. So when you bet a hand like this, you're really... I just feel like I'm getting so stationed here. But how do I just have to bet. But what is the size, right? Like, we're going to have a6 of diamonds. But I probably just check this. Unfortunate run out over here. I had to go big enough because, like, I don't have, like, every flush draw as played. You know, so, like, I need to actually make sure the ones that I do check. I mean, it's very credible to walk, like, a6 of diamonds, right? Like, I should probably go to 30 bigs, honestly, but... Because it's like... Alright, come on, man. There's, like, no world I win. It's so funny because, like, he either has a diamond or a straight draw or he has a set. Like, there's nothing else he has. Like, maybe 9-8. Alright, here, bad suit. I think probably just has lower checking EV. So we probably just bet more with it in this specific type of scenario. Alright, the 7 and 5 is obviously like, clearly his cards. I'm getting raised small again. And obviously we're just calling. Just getting ran over in this line. I don't really block any bluffs. Especially with the 9 of spades, right? So we could go small here. It's probably okay, because he might have some 5x hands. So I think small, high frequency is going to be profitable. Like, I don't love it in a lot of lines, but this line, it makes some sense. And we're just cooked here. Oh, nice. Good job. And he goes to the overbet, and it's going to be his board, his hand. Good job. Definitely want to bet sometimes hands like this. Like, you cannot pure check them, but whatever. Okay, here my raising range is built around just deuces. So when I have deuces, I should probably raise. Right here, we're probably gonna call position. I don't want to do this too much from these positions. It is a squeeze spot, so like you could level yourself, but I just think he's gonna be pretty consistent. This is a scary spot because he's gonna have fives and deuces behind so often. So if I call a bet from him, and then he rips or something, it's just like ugly. We're just gonna go 1/3 here. It's put a lot of pressure on his king X. Like we're pretty much can't miss this board now, so it doesn't make sense to check. Because like with he's like a lot of his in different hands, and we're just gonna jam now. We're gonna rip literally just deuces, and we have it deuces. So okay, we really hope he folds. If he calls, I'm extremely scared. Okay, good. King of spades probably doesn't mind jamming. Ace of spades would probably prefer calling. But this is PR now, where you can just jam a lot. I don't even know if he needs a call really so often. He's gonna have like some air bluffs, but whatever, just jam. Don't be aces. Nice. We'll run it twice. I do like to cash out, but I don't want to be a dick to this guy. He's a nice guy. Yeah, like I like cash out personally, but this guy is a chill dude, so if he wants twice, I'm gonna give him twice. That's how I feel about it. Like I wish I could like somehow cash out and the other guy gets to run it twice. Like that's kind of what I like, because there's no fee in the 2K when you cash out, so that's kind of where I'm at. I wish I could do that, but whatever. I mean, I think my cards are not so good. And I think I want to be extremely polar, so we're just going to check. Also, this thing smells off. I mean, I obviously feel like it's just auto bluff in the river. But, like, are we really checking 3 times here? Like, is he this good? I mean, he's pretty good, but... Alright, I hope you guys have been entertained. Like, there's actually been a lot of hands in this video, and I've been kind of tilted at points. So, I hope you guys are entertained. Yeah. Shoutouts to Ryan, obviously. Shoutouts to Dan. Like, these guys are, like, goats of poker, especially Ontario poker. So, shoutouts to both of them. And I'm probably going to end the video here in a sec. Let's play the spot. Alright, if I get stacked here, I'm going to end the video and just record instantly. That didn't happen, thank God. I do have a 2K running, so you know what? I'm going to end the video here, and I'm probably just going to keep recording. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This pot's irrelevant, right? Like, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.